So what if I told you that a single IV treatment during pregnancy could completely change the game for the health of both a mother and her baby? Well, a really important clinical trial called the FAIR trial suggests it can. Today, we're going to break down this study and how it tackles a huge hidden problem affecting millions of pregnant women.
Let's just start with a question that sounds like a riddle. What if you could have dangerously low iron stores, but every single standard test for anemia comes back perfectly normal? It sounds impossible, right? But it's a very real condition, and understanding it is absolutely key to this whole story.
And that leads us right into our first section. We're talking about a hidden risk in pregnancy, an invisible threat that, believe it or not, often goes completely unnoticed during routine checkups.
Okay, so this condition has a name, non-anaemic iron deficiency, or NID for short. So what is it? It's basically a situation where your body's iron reserves, which we measure using a protein called ferritin, are scraping the bottom of the barrel. But, and this is the crucial part, your hemoglobin level, which is what doctors usually check for anemia, is still in the normal range. The best way to think about it is this. Your body's fuel tank is almost on empty, but the little warning light on the dashboard hasn't flicked on yet.
So why is this such a big deal? Because NID is far from harmless. It's a ticking clock. It often leads directly to the mother becoming anemic later on, and it's linked to some really serious issues for the baby, like fetal growth restriction and the newborn being iron deficient right from the start. It is a totally silent problem, but its consequences are incredibly loud.
So, naturally, this got researchers thinking. If this condition is so risky, we have to find a better way to fix it. What's the best way to boost those dangerously low iron stores before they cause a problem?
You know, the standard approach has always been pretty straightforward. Just take daily oral iron pills. But there's a huge catch. These pills can be really tough on the stomach, causing all sorts of side effects. And because of that, a lot of women just can't take them consistently. So even if they're prescribed, their iron stores might never actually get filled back up.
And that challenge led to the big question behind the FAIR trial. What if we just bypass the gut altogether? Could a single direct infusion of IV iron be a much more powerful, more reliable way to solve this problem? I mean, it goes straight into the bloodstream, so it sidesteps all those stomach issues and guarantees the full dose gets delivered.
And that brings us to the trial itself. The researchers designed this really elegant, really rigorous experiment to put intravenous iron to the test and get a clear, scientific answer once and for all.
So here's a quick snapshot of the study. They enrolled 600 pregnant women, and every single one of them had non-anemic iron deficiency. It was a top-tier, randomized controlled trial conducted across 3 different hospitals in Pakistan over the course of about 3.5 years. The setup was brilliant in its simplicity. They split the women into 2 groups. The standard care group just took the daily oral iron pill, which is business as usual. The intervention group took that same daily pill, but they also got a single, one-time 1,000 milligram dose of IV iron. That was the only difference between them. So, what happened?
Well, the results were nothing short of remarkable, and it all started with a major boost for the mothers themselves. The impact on their health was just undeniable.
The main thing they looked at was the mother's hemoglobin levels right before they gave birth, and the results were crystal clear. The IV iron group had a significantly higher average, 11.6 grams per deciliter, compared to just 10.8 for the oral iron group. Now that might not sound like a huge difference, but when we're talking about your body's ability to carry oxygen, it's a really big deal.
But if you want to see what that difference really looks like in practice, check out these anemia rates. In the IV iron group, only about 23% of women were actually anemic before delivery. In the oral iron group, a staggering 74%. That IV dose didn't just help a little, it dramatically prevented women from sliding into anemia.
And this wasn't just about numbers on a lab report. This was about how these women actually felt. The study found that the women who got the IV iron also reported feeling significantly less fatigue. This connects the hard data to a real, tangible improvement in their quality of life during pregnancy. So, the benefits for the mothers were clear. But what about the babies? Well, this is where the story gets even more powerful. The trial showed that there were profound benefits for the newborns, giving them a much, much better start in life. This, right here, is one of the most stunning findings of the whole study. Fetal growth restriction, that's a serious condition where the baby doesn't grow as it should in the womb. It happened in only 1% of the births in the IV iron group. Now, compare that to 11% in the oral iron group. That is a more than 10-fold reduction. It's just a massive, massive difference.
And the good news for the babies just keeps coming. Look at this table.
The babies born to mothers in the IV group had almost double the iron stores at birth. They also had higher hemoglobin levels themselves and, on average, a healthier birth weight. That single IV dose gave these babies an absolutely crucial head start.
So, after seeing all this, what does it all mean for the big picture? Well, these findings are so strong that they're forcing a major conversation about completely rethinking prenatal care and how we even screen for iron issues in the first place.
And the study's authors, they don't mince words. They make their conclusion crystal clear with this quote. They say that checking hemoglobin alone is just not enough. They argue that ferritin screening, checking the actual iron stores, should be considered for every single woman in early pregnancy.
So ultimately, what the study is pointing towards is a new path forward. It's really a two-step plan. Step 1, a fundamental shift in screening. Check all pregnant women for their actual iron stores with a ferritin test, not just for anemia. And step 2, a shift in treatment. For those who have this non-anemic deficiency, use IV iron as an incredibly powerful tool to protect both the mother and her child.
Which leaves us with this one powerful final question to think about. Based on this incredibly compelling evidence from the FAIR trial, could something as simple as changing which iron test we use and how we treat those results truly transform the health of mothers and babies on a global scale?